So I've had the Amex Platinum card for the past 4.5 years now, paying that $695 every single year. And there's quite literally not a day that goes by that I don't wish that this card came with the $0 annual fee so I can keep it forever. But after researching over the past few years, I've realized that that reality is really not that far off. And in fact, a lot of people watching this video today, right now, might actually be eligible for a free Amex Platinum card, or at least heavily discounted. So today, we have a bunch of stuff on our list to get through. We got about 6 different points here to go over on how we can make this card free or heavily discounted. So let's jump right into it. Starting off with our people who have served in the military. For those of you guys or gals who are in the military currently, active duty, or ones who have been in the service in the past, American Express will actually waive, that's right, waive completely your annual fees. So $695 Platinum, $325 Gold, $150 Amex Green Card can be completely for free if you meet this certain criteria. So for those of you folks who are serving or have served, you guys are in 2 camps, quite literally. So the best way to think about both of these, and actually said perfectly by our boy John Baker in the Discord, is this right here, SCRA, is for accounts open while you're not active duty. So if you're in the reserve and you're not currently active, or if you're a National Guard in his example, you can apply to get all these benefits. Still, you can get your annual fees waived. And if you look right here at the bottom, eligible card members may request a CRA relief from the start of active duty up to 100 days after they leave active duty. So it's something good to know. MLA, which is right here, and this is for anybody who is on active duty. So anybody currently serving, to get, again, all of your annual fees completely waived. And one also thing to know before we move on to the next one is that for the differences between MLA and SCRA is that if you were under SCRA, your spouse, so your wife and or any of your dependents, their annual fees are not going to be waived under SCRA. As far as I'm aware, maybe if you guys know different, let me know down below. But if you are under MLA and all these benefits here, your spouse and your dependents will also have their annual fees covered. So technically you and your wife can have platinum cards with no annual fees whatsoever, which is very interesting. So another thing that has quite literally gotten more and more complicated over time, especially in the last few months, is the Morgan Stanley issued platinum card. So if you look right here, front and center, is that it has a $695 annual fee engagement bonus. So essentially, as it states, if you have a Platinum Cash Plus account from Morgan Stanley, every single year they're going to be giving you back your $695 annual fee. Okay, cool, easy peasy, no annual fee, right? That's a free platinum. Not so fast, because what they don't tell you is the Platinum Cash Plus account is an account that has a minimum monthly fee of $55 every single month. So if we do that, 55 times 12 is $660. So even though you're getting the $695 engagement bonus, okay, a free platinum, you still have to pay that $660 per year to have that account, which is giving you a net $35. Okay, so you save $35. But what they don't tell you is that engagement bonus is taxed. So whatever your taxable rate is right now, you're going to have to divide that by your $35 to get your effective fee, which is all good, great, and grand if it were that easy. That's right. A lot of things have changed in the last few months. And of course, I can be wrong. Don't sue me if I am. But from what I understand, to actually even open up a Platinum Cash Plus account, you need to have an investment relationship with Morgan Stanley. That means you would need something like a financial advisor to even allow you to get into a relationship with Morgan Stanley. A lot of people that I see online, the account that they get through their financial advisor with Morgan Stanley is this account right here, which is their AAA, Individual Active Assets account here, which does have an annual fee of its own, $150 every single year just to keep the accounts open, which again, I could be wrong, but everything I and actually Calby researched last night on this friggin' thing is if you have $25,000 in your Platinum Cash Plus account and make at least $5,000 in total monthly deposits, that will also yield the annual fee not only on the Platinum Cash Plus account, but also the AAA account as well, thus giving you a free Morgan Stanley card every single year. But no, it doesn't just end there, of course, because $25,000 in a simple 4% yield that we're getting right now with our high interest rates is $1,000, way more money than you're going to be getting by going through all this hassle of getting a free Amex Platinum card with a free authorized user. So that's why a lot of people are opting out of the Morgan Stanley card nowadays, because the hassle, the annoyance to actually go through it, and the opportunity cost of the $25K sitting in an uninvested account pretty much sucks, and there's no real reason to do that in the first place. So we're going to move on. The next way to get an Amex Platinum card, much cheaper, it's one that flies really under the radar. Most people are unaware of it, but that is Amex Corporate cards. That's right. A lot of people don't know that these exist. Basically, if you have a company that can fall under the corporate card criteria, which you can kind of put right here and have a specialist reach out to you, you can get a corporate platinum card for a $550 annual fee, that which we have not seen in the last few years since all the hikes. And of course, you're still going to be getting your lounge access, so Centurion Lounges, Delta Sky Clubs while you're traveling. You're going to get it $189, which actually this is $199 now for the Clear Plus membership, $200 airline fee, TSA PreCheck, which I believe just went up to $120 every 4.5 years, and then 5% back on Uber Cash. So all of these different things that comes on this card. And not only that, I don't want to go off topic, but you could also get the corporate gold card, which has a $250 annual fee, also has an old $100 airline fee credit, Hilton silver status, 5% back on Uber rides, and then the corporate green card, which is a $75 annual fee, 3% back on Uber Cash, Hilton Honor silver status. So a lot of interesting things, but this way, if your company is eligible, and the only time I've ever heard of eligibility is that a company has to make $4 million in revenue a year, and that's it. But if you have that, or a personal business that might be allowed corporate platinum cards, this might be a foothold way to get a cheaper annual fee and get all of your lounge access for much, much cheaper. Not only that, but also on the personal side, that if you have a company that is in the corporate world and can be eligible for these different cards, you can actually get your own personal card annual credit. So yes, if you do have these cards like the Platinum card, the Amex Gold, the Green card, the Blue Cash Preferred, all these annual fee cards, if you look right here, you can get an annual statement credit of up to $150 on the Platinum, $100 on the Gold, $75 on the Green, and $50 on your Blue Cash Preferred, so long as that your company is eligible for the corporate card member discount. So the best way to know if your company is eligible is, of course, you could just call this number right here, or you could just fill out this form right here, and hopefully they contact you with some extra information. And also we have someone who watches the videos who has actually done this himself, and he says, New York Speed Star, shout out to you. He says, the discount doesn't apply to my co-branded Amex Morgan Stanley Platinum card, so that's interesting to note. And two, the discount will kick in until the second year, in my case, 2025, on his Amex Green card. So if you get this discount, it's not going to come in until the second year. So that's good to know. And he also gave a little bit of an update here saying he just got his corporate card today. FYI, for anyone who's interested in getting the statement credit on the personal cards, it's better to get the personal cards after receiving the corporate card, because you can use the corporate program link to apply. This way, you get the credit within 8 to 12 weeks instead of after a couple of years, like he mentioned. Otherwise, you'll have to call Amex to apply the statement credit manually. Unfortunately, the credit won't kick in until the following year. So awesome data points there by New York Speedstar, and we really appreciate you. Of course, any more insight on this, let me know down below, but we're going to keep on moving on to the next method, which is retention offers, baby. You know we love our retention offers. So essentially, if you were somebody who is looking to cancel your Amex Platinum card, or your Gold card, or your Green card, or Hilton Aspire card, all these cards that we mentioned today in this video that have annual fees, and you want to cancel them, you can technically chat into American Express's little chat system, and you can talk to them and tell them all your woes about how you can't effectively justify the card any longer, right? And what they'll do is give you a rundown of all the benefits they've ever given you in your entire life on that card, and to which you can say, yes, you're right, I'll keep the card open, or you can say, no, I still want to cancel, to which they will end up giving you a prompt like this, which is an offer, which is, because you are such a valued card member, you can earn 30,000 membership reward points after spending another $3,000 in the first 3 months after you accept this offer on the app, to which you can say, yes, I want to take the offer, spend the money, you'll get the Amex points back. Okay, cool. And if you say no, of course, the card will continue to be canceled. And this is a way that I've been able to get a lot of money back on my platinum cards over the years, which I think the first or second year I had my platinum card, I think I got an offer of like 40,000 membership reward points after spending 5,000 or 4,000 in the card in the first 3 months. I put my entire tax payment on that, and bam, wham, bam, give me my 40,000 membership reward points, to which that can be valued at maybe, $200, $400, $800 in value, depending on how you're cashing them out to pay the annual fee, or you're just using them for transferring down the line. So retention offers are a very good way to get some value back for having your cards, and for just additional spend if you're not seeing the full value of the card, at least in this current year. And Of course, over time, as more and more people on YouTube, sorry, have talked about retention offers, the offers over time have gotten less and less and less. So what once was 40K might just be 30K. In fact, I just got a retention offer on my new Amex White Gold card of 10,000 points after spending $2,000 in the first 3 months after that. So I hit the 2K spend, got my 10,000 points, and okay, that allowed me to justify the annual fee for another year. So retention offers are also a good way to get some value back. The next way to get that annual fee down is upgrade offers, baby. That's right. For those of you who are unaware, American Express, when you have some of their cards, let's just say, for example, you have an Amex Green card, Amex Gold card, they will every now and again, and sometimes very, very quickly, give you an upgrade offer for these specific cards. So if you're somebody that has an Amex Gold card right now and you got this request in your account that says, oh, request an upgrade, you can upgrade your card to the Platinum card. They will sometimes give you an upgrade offer of this one's pretty high, but some people have gotten 100,000 membership reward points after 6K spend in the first 6 months. So you spend that money, you get the 100,000 points, and now you have a Platinum card. And this is especially good for folks who maybe have had the Platinum card in the past and you're being hit by the once per lifetime rule. And maybe you canceled your Platinum card, but now you still have an Amex Gold card and you think, I could probably use that Platinum card again, but you don't want to apply again. And if you apply again, you're just hurting your 524 and you're not going to get your points because of the once per lifetime rule. Well, you can technically do what I just showed you and take an upgrade offer. And sometimes it's 25K, 50K, sometimes 100K if you're lucky and you're maybe a higher spender. So that's another way to get some added points to your eventual Platinum card. So this next way is kind of piggybacking off that last way, and it's actually fairly interesting and something to consider. Now, this works for people who are those people before who are going to upgrade to the Platinum card, or that you are going to get the Platinum card in the future. You see what I did back there? Here's an interesting thing that you can consider. Now, think about this. Think about the Amex Platinum card and what it comes with, right? Now, stay with me here. Think about some of the credits you get on the Platinum card, right? Consider the $200 hotel credit or the $200 airline fee credit. And these are two credits that come once per calendar year. So essentially, that means that once January 1st rolls around, you get a whole new slew of credits that you can use pretty much immediately. Okay, cool. Now, if we know this knowledge, one thing that is something to consider, again, if you're somebody who's going to upgrade or if you're somebody who's going to apply for the Platinum card, in some cases, it might actually make sense to just wait to apply for the card or wait to upgrade the card until December, right? So if you upgrade or apply for the card in December, you're going to be getting the $200 hotel credit, $200 airline fee credit, some Uber Cash, some monthly credits, what have you. And that's cool, right? And you could book that out for the future and you get those credits. Nice. Okay, now wait a few weeks. Now it's January. I think you know where I'm going with this. So once January comes, you get another $200 credit, another 200 airline credits, some more monthly credits, what have you. And you can basically double dip on the credits in just 1 year of having the card. This was something Sledge was able to do in this video right here, where he actually did that exact thing. And he was able to get multiple credits all within a few weeks of each other and just profit and profit. So definitely another way to make that annual fee go down, at least in the first year. And if you're somebody who is going to maybe upgrade or downgrade, maybe every single year as well. And hopefully you can use all of these different methods to hopefully get you much more cheaper Platinum cards over the years. Moving on, we also have another one, which is right here. Now, this one is, of course, most people mock and make fun of, but it's a method nonetheless. Now, this is the Charles Schwab issued version of the Amex Platinum card, and this card comes with an annual fee of $6.95. Now, the amounts for most of us are laughable, but I figured I would mention it nonetheless. So, number one, you're going to be getting a $100 card statement, so $6.95 down to $5.95, if you have assets in your Schwab account of $250,000 or less. So this just means if you have a brokerage account, all these different accounts that would be eligible for a Charles Schwab Platinum card, okay, cool, you're going to be getting a $100 statement credit for the $250K in assets that are in there, which is different than the Morgan Stanley Platinum where you're not earning interest. This is all investable assets to which can, earn whatever amount depending on what you're invested in. Okay, cool. But if you have $1 million in there, or less, you're going to be getting a $200 card statement. So taking that annual fee from $6.95 to $4.95. Okay, getting not easier, but a little higher. And then also, if you have $10 million in assets, so there's I don't know how many people watching have 10 million assets here. If you are, I salute you, and I don't know why you're watching me, but if you have 10 million in assets, you're going to be getting a $1,000 card statement, greatly outweighing that $6.95 annual fee by a few $100s. So that's also not bad. you know. So if you have 250K, million, or $10 million, you're going to be getting certain statement credits back with the Schwab card. But I guess it's an offer nonetheless, and I think there are probably a lot of people watching who could at least hit the first two in assets here. So something to think about as well. And I guess, of course, the most vanilla way to get your value back of your 695 annual fee is to just use the credits as they're intended, right? Use your $200 hotel credit, use your digital entertainment credit, get your $200 Uber Cash, get your $200 airline fee credit, get your $199 now Clear Plus credit. And then now all of those combined, if you value them at face value, you're getting your 695 essentially completely waived, and then you just have free access to Centurion lounges, Plaza Premium, all these different lounges that come with the Amex Platinum card that most people covet and most people value over time. In fact, the most valuable thing most people mention is their lounge access. So, of course, if it didn't have to be said, just use the credits as the way they're intended to use. And of course, if you're somebody who is going to apply for the platinum down the line, you better be damn sure to go through the spreadsheet, get your conservative numbers down, see how much it can make sense for you and how much you travel over the years. And yes, this is a very easy, viable way to get your annual fee back every single year. And then the last way, which is honestly the hardest way out of all of the things I mentioned on this list today, literally the hardest thing for people to do, to waive that annual fee completely so they don't have to pay $695 every single year for this card, is to just cancel. That's right. So some people really like the phrase that I've been throwing around lately is there's no right price on the wrong product. So if you went through everything on this list and nothing makes sense to you and the platinum card just doesn't make sense to you whatsoever in the first place, well then of course you don't need the platinum card to live. I mean, there's many people who have canceled their platinum cards, and if it doesn't make sense now, you don't have to have it now, and you can cancel the card and save that $695 annual fee for a time in the future where maybe it will make sense, because this card is not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody, but it's also incredibly valuable depending on who you are, right? So you just have to make sure and know who you are in the first place and then act accordingly from there on. And if you want to see some of the value I've gotten from the platinum card over the past 4.5 years, my favorite credit is that $200 hotel credit. The right hand corner of your screen right now is the video where I used my Amex Platinum's hotel credit to book one of the nicest hotels in the entire world, the Waldorf Astoria in Washington, D.C. So I hope to see you there. Hope you get a ton of value from it. And as always, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much.